guys, welcome back to another interview. I am your host, Ethan Erickson. Joined by my good buddy, Morgan Pyper. For those of you who don't know, this is one of the best guys I know. Super good. But we'll get to know you a little bit better. So, Morgan, good to have you out here, man.
It's good to be here, man.
Just rocking the Atlas shirt. Get a little promo to that.
Just got off work, man.
Just a little marketing.
Yeah, it's a 2-for-1 special for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, all these guys watching you, like, knit poems.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta do.
All right, Mark, well, tell me a little bit about yourself, just kind of an overall introduction.
I've been BYU through and through my whole life. It was my dream ever since I was like 8 years old. Youngest of 6, 5 boys, 1 girl, and yeah, the reason why I love BYU so much is because me and my family always, like, it was like every Saturday, my mom would make this like special bean dip or whatever, and then we'd get everyone together, and then that's just something as a kid I just looked forward to, and this how excited it made everyone. I was like, man, it'd be so cool if I played for them. I think it would make my family really happy, and I loved it too. So yeah, it's been awesome to see that come to fruition, and yeah, it's a little bit about me.
Yeah, that's awesome. When did you start playing football?
When I was, as early as I can remember. I think being the youngest child and having 4 older brothers and an older sister that all played sports, especially football, we were always playing it. So I don't remember a time when I wasn't, and I loved it so much. And I know that, like, playing against my older siblings, I think got me, a little bit better faster. But I mean, to be honest, a lot of the time I was home. If I got home from kindergarten, my family was still in school, so I really got into a routine of just going outside and playing football against myself, juking out fake people and throwing touchdowns myself, and BYU always won, man. So it was good. Those were the glory days, man.
I love that, dude. No, so I'm the exact same way. When I was young, dude, I would always watch BYU. I used to shave a Y in the back of my head. I'd come to like all the sports games. Nice. Dude, now coming here, like, after games, we're going around just like shaking people's hands, like, look at all these little kids. It's like, I was that little kid.
Absolutely.
We were those little kids.
No,
and so being able to be in this position now that we are, it's just so special.
Yeah, it's surreal. It's yeah, like you said, when you go around, you're like, man, like, every time you see the kids, or I see even my nephews, people that I know, it's just like that was me. You know what I mean? So, like, it's just cool to be that role model for these kids, for a small time in my life. So it's been special. It's
Absolutely,
awesome.
I love that. So you said, you and your siblings played other sports. What other sports did you play?
Lots of basketball. Played baseball growing up too, and then in high school I played baseball, and I ran track as well. And then my family, we got a volleyball net when I was like 10, so we just played that on Sundays. Played a lot of volleyball. So that was how, and the spike ball came out. So we played a lot of spike ball.
So you guys always outdoors.
Yeah, that's kind of what when the family gets together, it's like we eat food and we
even though I don't play sports for like what 4 months out of the year.
Yeah, I will say, hey, Idaho's the best. I will say, okay, so Idaho and Utah climate is very similar.
Yeah,
just a little bit colder in Idaho, just a little bit.
You're a little more southern, like south.
Yeah, so it's
east.
it's like 3.5 north of Provo. 3.5 hours north of Provo.
Okay.
So it's not like super cold. I mean, the best time to be outside is like May till like October. So, but I think it's a little bit colder.
I'm heading to Pocatello this weekend.
Why?
Well, I mean, I didn't know how to answer. Why? I'm going to a concert over there.
For what?
Riley Green. It's a country concert.
I've never heard
of it.
Dude,
the way you just said why.
Well, I love Idaho, and nothing against Pocatello, but no, I won't say that. Nothing against Pocatello.
I was expecting like, oh shit, not like a why. That caught me off guard a little bit.
That's the motherland for Taysom Hill. Fun fact.
Really?
Yeah.
I actually did not know that.
Taysom Hill's from Pocatello, Idaho. Played at Highland High School.
Love that. So going, a little bit more into football. You played that all through high school, I assume. Yeah. When did you decide, like, hey, I'm pretty good at this. Like, I have potential. I want to work at this.
Yeah.
Like, when was that, like, kind of turning point for you?
So I always felt like I was, doing really well in Idaho. But for me, it was, I mean, I always in the back of my head, I was like, well, yeah, I'm good in Idaho, but I knew the competition like in Utah and California and Texas, like guys who were also going to BYU, that the competition was just a little bit more, competitive there, right? So I was in the back of my head, I was like, can I do this, and it was actually after the football season, I was playing basketball, and one of my, basically one of our family friends, his name's Nate Mickle, he played at BYU. And he actually played at my high school too, and so I always looked up to him. He played with my oldest brother, Lonnie, and he said, hey man, like I've seen your film. It was after a game that I played basketball. He said, I've seen your film. He said, if you want to do this, I bet you can do it. Like I want to see. He was like, so like I was planning on going on a mission. So after my mission, he was like, just do this and this and this on your mission, and then you probably could be able to pull this off. In my head, that was all I needed to hear. And from that moment on, I was like, all right, whether I can do it or not, like that was the plan was set, and I was gonna pursue that because of that advice, that I had gotten from someone I really looked up to. So.
Yeah, I love that. We're going to go a little bit more into your recruitment in the next segment. That's going to wind down our first part.
Okay.
Alrighty, super quick. These are conversations flowing. This is I could talk to you for hours straight. Cougar Nation, thanks for watching part 1. Be sure to stick around for our part 2, 3, and 4 with Morgan Pyper, because we're just getting started. Gonna be some good stuff. I can already feel it. The air's got that smell to it. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a good one. But thanks to Cougar fans for watching part 1. Thank you for watching this interview. Please like and subscribe so you don't miss the other 2 parts of this interview, plus all of our other interviews we do with BYU athletes. We also like to give a special thanks to our Cougar Board insiders for making this possible.